Hi everybody, Nisha Moodley here with Fierce, Fabulous, and Free, and I'm here to talk with you today about what to look for when you're joining a community or a mastermind, or what to consider when you're creating one of your own. Over the last 5 years or so that I've been a coach, I've been a member of a number of communities, from coaching programs, training programs, to personal development programs, and also in masterminds and retreats. So I've led a lot of masterminds and retreats, and I've also been a member in a handful of masterminds as well. And all of that I've done, all of those communities that I've joined have been in service of one thing, and that is my purpose. And my purpose is to help women live purpose-driven lives full of fun and freedom. And so that's the first thing. You want to consider, what is your purpose? What is it that you are here to give the world? And how will this community that you are creating or that you are joining help you reach that mission, help you achieve that goal? And, being a part of a community has had such far-reaching positive impact for me. One thing, as I was going through my journey of healing emotional eating, and as well now that I'm an entrepreneur and will forevermore be an entrepreneur, there are a lot of lonely times, a lot of times where I haven't known where to start, what to do, and I have a lot of questions. And being part of a community that I can reach out to for support that can help answer my questions, think of things that I haven't thought of before, and just help me along the way, and of course love and support and encourage me and kick my butt when I need that too, has been super helpful. But one of the things that I did not realize until I started leading my own retreats was the power of intention. And when I say that, what I mean is that if the group leader is really clear about what they want each person in the program, in the mastermind, to get from it, and they help to pull that out from each person, what you get is a community where when one person stands up and states what they want, everyone else really in the community begins to see them as already having it. And that is just an incredible force of propulsion that happens, and firepower out of just having that positive intention held for you, as if you've already achieved your goals. Okay, so I want to talk about, in addition to thinking about what your purpose is and how this community or group will help support you in that, there are 4 main things to look for or consider when you're creating your group or when you are joining a group. And the first thing, and this one is actually a little bit unconventional, I might have some people out there who disagree with me on this one, but is diversity. And so some people might say, Nisha, you create communities of only women, so that's not very diverse. And okay, fair enough. However, I create it that way because I just find that there's an incredible power that happens when you have women who come together saying, that we have a lot of common goals. And so I just love being in communities of women. So I create diversity in other ways. And one of the ways is that I believe in bringing in diversity of background and skill. And that if we were all in the same profession, let's say, that we might all have the same handicaps. Like we all have the same superpowers perhaps, and some of the same kryptonite. And I actually love being in communities I feel most clear, most focused, when I am feeling most creative. And I feel most creative when I'm in an environment that supports that. And being part of a diverse community really helps with that. So that's one thing. And the second thing is that the people in the community or the mastermind have come to a place that I call the sweet spot, which is that they have crossed that line into the territory that not doing it, not chasing their dream, not following their passion, not giving the impact to the world that they want to give would be more painful than doing it. Because the truth is, it's not always easy. Building a business, being a mom, whatever your goals are, overcoming emotional eating, these are not easy things. They're not kicking your heels up in the air and sunshine and rainbows all the time. And so when you have that energy of really intense focus, like we are going to do this, and it may be painful, but it would be more painful not to, what you get is a community of no excuses. You have a community that can say, all right, I hear you, I know you have your reasons why you can or why you couldn't or why it doesn't feel good for you, but I have your back. And because I have your back, I'm not going to let you fail. And that is just hugely powerful. Thing number 3. Now this one might sound a little bit woo-woo, but I really strongly believe that in a community there is it is really important to have energetic resonance. And so what I mean by that is, think about who it is that you want to follow, who it is that you trust, that you want to take advice from, right? It's people who inspire you. It might be people who have been there. And there is a trust that comes from having energetic resonance, from having shared values, from seeing things in the world the same way. One of the things that I always seem to call in is women who have a very holistic approach to life, right? Even if we're just learning about it, we really believe that everything is connected, and that's part of our energetic resonance. And the fourth thing is really important. And that is that everybody in the community understands and believes that their get, in other words, what they receive from being part of the community, can only be as big as their give. And when you have a community that everybody is walking around saying, how can I help you? How can I be of service to you? What do you need? And how can we get that for you? The level of, that is a whole other level of support, right? And that in itself will help to drive you as an individual and also your community forward, so that everybody is really living and expressing their purpose on the planet. So those are your 4 things to consider. And if you really are resonating with being a part of a community that is based on these principles, then you actually have just a couple of days, maybe less, to apply for my 2012 Manifestation Mastermind. So it's manifestationmastermind.com. If you're on the site, you want to just look below at the application form and just put in your information. You'll get an application. Deadline closes Friday, January 20th, so you want to get on that ASAP. And we will indeed be creating a community of 20 fierce, fabulous, and free women in 2012. And I would love for you to be there if it's something that feels right for you. So go off, find your community, join a community, create a community, but for goodness sakes, be part of a community this year. The world needs you, and your community will help make it happen. Thank you so much. Bye.